All right, what's up guys? I want to talk to you real quick about what are some common ways that tubs get damaged. We'll start with chips. Chips are common if you drop hard things in your tub, especially if you're working in the tub, maybe doing tile or something like that. You drop a tile in your tub, very likely to chip your tub. Dropping tools in your tub. We've even found some of these large shampoo bottles, if they fall just right, they can chip your tub as well. Also, little kids taking baths and just like hammering the tub wall or something with hard toys, that can cause chips occasionally too. So those are pretty common ways. A little less common way is sometimes there can be a bubble between the gel coat and the fiberglass, and it might just appear one day when you're wiping it or cleaning it, you hit it. Basically what would happen is there would be a bubble between the fiberglass and the gel coat, and the gel coat's going to act like kind of like an eggshell. So when you hit that with any kind of pressure, it might start to chip and break and really catch you off guard. But normally those are small bubbles, and those can be addressed with our chip kit, and those are very easy fixes, but those are common ways to chip your tub. The large damage, those are going to be a little less common maybe, but you know, like a hole in your wall, maybe cracks down near the bottom in the tub where your feet would be. I think a common thing that happens is people that are taking a bath, as they're, you know, either they'll sink down into the tub and then they'll kick or they'll push their feet on the front of the tub to kind of get back up, and that pressure can either cause the front side where their feet are to crack, which is a common area. We get a lot of those cracks, or the back plate where you're pushing yourself up can crack. So just be aware of that when you're adjusting in a tub, you know, especially a fiberglass tub or something. Just be aware of that. A lot of times down around the tub area, it's going to be actually weaker because they don't have any kind of a backing or a support a lot of times down in that area. So you just have fiberglass and gel coat. So if you're shifting in a tub or something, just try to use your hands to pick yourself up. Don't kick your feet, and just try to slide up that backside. That can create a lot of pressure, and very common to get a crack like that. You know, kids can be really rough on tubs if they're hitting the tub with hard things. Just be aware of that. Be careful. Plumbers, if you cut a hole in the wrong spot, our large wall repair kit can repair those, but that's a common one. Get a hole in the wrong spot. Maybe the shower head is in the wrong spot. So those are common ones. And then floor cracks. Floor cracks, basically the progression, generally what happens on a floor crack is you don't have any kind of support underneath, so you're literally sitting on nothing. A lot of these fiberglass showers especially are going to be made with a shower floor that's fiberglass and gel coat, not very thick. That's probably going to be an 1/8 inch thick, and then it will have a piece of like 1/2 inch plywood fiberglass to the bottom of that, and that sandwiches, that's basically your support. And if you have nothing underneath that, you might have a 2-inch gap all the way down to the subfloor. Well, over time, as you use that shower, it can cause that support board that's fiberglass to the bottom side to start to bow. And as that board starts to bow, it can create a gap between your shower floor and the support board. And when you get that gap developed enough, that's when that shower floor is going to break, because that shower floor is not very thick. It's not designed to hold, you know, 180 pounds by itself. Anyway, that's generally how floor cracks start. You know, you lack support underneath, obviously, but it gets worse over time as that support board starts to bow, separate from the shower floor, and then creates a new gap in the shallow layer, and that's when cracks start to appear. So be careful about that. Spiderweb cracks, a lot of times those can happen when they're being installed. So if they're kind of being forced into an area that's maybe a little tight, or they're, you know, screwing it into a 2x4 that's causing that shower to essentially bend in a direction that it's not supposed to be bending that far, that can cause some cracking in the gel coat, stress cracks and stuff like that. Those can be fixed with our Ultimate Chip Repair Kit. You just want to make sure, is the shower firm at this point? And if once it's firm and there's no more stress being caused on it and it's in where it's going to be, you can fix those pretty easily. Pretty common ones. Also, shower rods or dowel rods. We see a lot of times those will break, or they'll bust out of one side. Those holes, you can do a couple of things. You can put the dowel rod back in and use our repair kit, the large wall repair kit, to kind of fix that dowel rod back into place. You know, just be careful. I wouldn't hang on it. It would add some support, but want to be careful about that. But for a lot of property management companies, we'll go through and actually seal those off and just do away with the dowel rod, and then it's just make it look like it was never there. That's a common way as well if it's already broken out of there. Maybe it's broken some of that fiberglass out of there. Those are common ways that tubs get damaged. We've heard all kinds of stories. So there's almost no end to how they've been damaged, but those are very common ways that you can damage these tubs by hitting them hard with hard things. That's pretty common. If you guys have any questions, check out our kits online. They are designed to fix all types of damage. So we've seen it all, and we've designed our kits to fix it all. And that's our goal. Thanks for checking us out, and let us know if you have any questions.